It stunned many people around the world. More than 100 people are dead after a series of attacks in Paris, France tonight. The latest on the investigation.
We are learning new details about the death of a woman whose body was found inside a southern Kentucky home today.
I do get a little teary-eyed coming in and hearing my boy, hearing cheer my boy's name.
A special honor for a Bath County teenager tonight, weeks after he was badly injured in a crash.
This is WKYT News at 11.
Good evening to you. A night of terror in the City of Light. Tonight, French leaders say more than 100 people have been killed in a string of attacks around Paris.
Those attacks targeted people at a concert hall, a restaurant, and outside a stadium. These are the deadliest attacks in France since World War II. Tonight, police believe that all the attackers are dead. Craig Boswell has the very latest in our top story at 11.
Terrorists launched a series of bloody attacks through Paris. The worst carnage was at the Bataclan concert hall, where gunmen took hostages and killed more than 100. Witnesses say the attackers were in civilian clothes without masks. A band from Palm Desert, California was performing at the time of the attack. At least one member of the band escaped and said terrorists flooded in through multiple doors. Witnesses say the attackers threw explosives and shot at the crowd inside. Police say it was pure carnage. Gunmen also opened fire on diners inside a French restaurant, killing at least 11 people. American tourist Maddie Young was eating nearby and was hustled to the basement.
There were police outside the restaurant and stuff. After a little while, they locked the restaurant after we found out there were more people dead and hostages.
Two explosions rocked North Paris near the soccer stadium where France was playing Germany.
When I looked up to the sky after I heard that loud bang, there were no fireworks, and that's when I knew it had to be something pretty serious.
President Francois Hollande was quickly evacuated from the stadium. He went on television to declare a state of emergency and took the unprecedented step of closing the country's borders. President Obama pledged his support.
It's an attack not just on the people of France, but this is an attack on all of humanity.
Police believe there were at least 5 attackers and that all are dead. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Washington.
Now tonight, Asbury University said that all of its study abroad students in Paris are safe in their dormitories. Western Kentucky University said 8 of its students in Paris are safe as well. And a UK professor in Paris is also safe. In New York City tonight, the spire of One World Trade Center is lit up in blue, white, and red, the colors of the French flag. It's a tribute to those killed tonight in those attacks.
Tonight, we are learning more about a death investigation at a Whitley County apartment. Police say they found a woman's body this afternoon, and they think foul play may be involved in her death. Monique Blair talked to police and neighbors. She has the latest from Williamsburg.
Around 12:30 this afternoon, Williamsburg police were out here on Crisp Court on an unrelated call when they say someone approached them hysterically asking for help. Officers followed that person to this apartment where they found the body of a woman inside. Williamsburg Police Chief Wayne Bird says a friend of the 29-year-old woman who was found dead inside her apartment went to check on her after not hearing from her for several days.
It appears that she'd been deceased for several days.
Leslie Jones lives just across the hall from the woman.
You know, she was a good woman. You know, she never bothered anybody. Mostly staying in an apartment, but nobody, you know, it's hard to say what really happened.
Chief Bird says the preliminary investigation indicates there was foul play, but they won't know that for certain until the woman's body undergoes an autopsy Saturday morning.
You know, it's not something that we see that often here. You know, it's been a number of years since we've had an actual homicide here. And of course, I'm not calling this a homicide yet because we don't know, but it's very unusual for a small town like this.
Chief Bird tells me the last time anyone has reported seeing the woman alive was on October 26th. In Williamsburg, Monique Blair, WKYT.
The woman's name has not been released because the coroner is still trying to contact her family.
Today, a community said goodbye to a fallen Jessamine County paramedic.
This will be the last call from 432 paramedic John Mackey. End of watch on November 9th at 10:24. Paramedic Mackey served Jessamine County for 16 years.
John Mackey's funeral was held this afternoon in Nicholasville. He died days after being hit by a car while on duty. Mackey's organs were donated after his death. His family says they will take comfort in knowing that he was able to save other lives.
A crash nearly killed him less than 2 months ago, but since then, a Bath County teenager has been recovering, and his family says he's now doing much better. So tonight, he returned to his high school for a special honor from his classmates. Garrett Weimer has the story new at 11.
In the midst of his battle, they gathered here to pray for him. This time, they came to welcome him home. With an emotional introduction at Bath County's Cat Bash, they welcomed back the teammate they've been missing.
I did get a little teary-eyed coming in and hearing my boy, hearing cheer my boy's name.
This community has been there for Aaron ever since the accident. The signs of that are still here, even the tribute in Aaron's parking spot, keeping him in their thoughts while he was gone.
We believed in Aaron. We knew that he would be back, and everybody just held on to that, and they've not let it go.
His first time back since the accident, everyone wanted a word, a hug, from a boy who's come such a long way since that night in September.
So if you've never believed in God in the past, you can believe now, because my boy was literally dead.
It was a special night and a big step forward, but family members say Aaron's journey is still far from over, asking everyone to continue to pray for Aaron and holding on to faith that he'll be healed.
He is alive, he is recovering, and now I expect the Lord to fully bring him back 100%.
In Bath County, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Now that is something great to see on this Friday night. Aaron had to go back to Cardinal Hill Rehabilitation Center after the ceremony, but his parents tell us he is expected to be released and sent home on Wednesday.
A new season with some high expectations. What else began tonight for the UK basketball team? The Cats playing Albany in Rupp Arena. Brian joins us now with some highlights. Brian, it was good to see Derek Willis finally break out.
Oh, yeah. He's been waiting for his chance to start and to play, and he certainly did a great job tonight as the Great Danes of Albany were on the menu. John Calipari's team, though, not at full strength. Isaiah Briscoe sitting this one out with a bruised knee. First half Cats by 8. Jamal Murray with the kick out to the aforementioned Derek Willis. He had 14 in the opening half. UK up 38-27 at the break. Scally BCR was scoreless in the first 20 minutes, but look at the move in the second half. You can count it part of a 12-2 UK run. BCR had 9 points, and Jamal Murray on the drive. Great pass to Marcus Lee, reverse slam. Cats by 17. Lee had 12 and 8 boards. Kentucky wins the opener, 78-65. Big nights for Derek Willis and Jamal Murray tonight. We will have a complete look at the ball game coming up in just about 10 minutes. Back to you.